Hi, I'm Beth with TB Properties Buys Land. Today I'm going to answer the question, when you are selling your vacant land to a land investor, does that land investor have to have a brick and mortar location in order for you to do business with them and sell them your property? The reason that I'm bringing this up is we had somebody who Googled us, found us online themselves, and asked us to quote them on buying their land. When we responded to them and asked them, where's your property located and what's the parcel number, they came back and yelled at us and said, you don't have a brick and mortar facility. So, sorry, I have to laugh about this because they came to us and then yelled at us about this. But it is a good question. Do you need to have that brick and mortar facility in order to be reputable? Okay. So a lot of times we feel like if someone's got a location, it just means that it's a little bit safer of a transaction. And oftentimes that is the case. But at the same time, there are fly-by-night businesses that will open up a location and they'll disappear. The important thing, in my opinion, when you are selling your property, whether it's your home, whether it's vacant land, some sort of real estate transaction, is are you completing and closing the transaction through a title company? Is this a title company that's offering title insurance? Are they licensed to close in the county where your property is located? That is the most valuable question. When you think about real estate investors, the great thing about real estate nowadays is that you can operate out of your home, you can operate from anywhere in the country and buy land anywhere. You as a seller can live in one state and own property in another, and you can sell that property in another state. Okay, so this is important to note. Oftentimes when we're working with property sellers, they're not even coming in person to close a transaction because their property is remote. Maybe it's just an hour away and they have better things to do. Maybe their property is in another state or it's several hours away. Nowadays, with technology, title companies allow you to close remotely by overnighting documents to you to send. They have you sign in front of a notary, so the notary is verifying that you as the seller are who you are, and that we as the buyer are who we are, okay? And what is important for you is getting paid, right? Okay, it's making sure the transaction closes, it's making sure you're protected and that you're actually getting paid for the transaction. When you close to a title company, they will only accept certified funds from us as the buyer. What that means is we have to either wire money directly out of our bank account and it has to hit the title company's bank account. The funds have to clear. Or we can go to our bank and have a certified bank check mailed or overnighted, more importantly, overnighted to the title company. It has to be certified funds. That means they have to be bank-backed funds and they have to clear the account of the title company. So until they have our money and they know it's in their account, until everyone signed their documents and they've, verified through notaries, your property's not leaving your hands. Again, we're not losing our money either because it's going through that third party of the title company. So back to that original question, if you're selling your property to a land investor, do they have to have a brick and mortar facility? It depends on how comfortable you feel. That's to answer a question that you're gonna have to answer yourself. But my answer to you is that the most important thing would be working through title companies so that you're protected. Having brick and mortar doesn't necessarily mean that it's safe. Not having one doesn't mean that you're not safe. You think about it, as these real estate investors work, like TD Properties Buys Land, we're able to save money by not having brick and mortar facilities all over the country in every state and county that we purchase property in. So we do purchase property all over the country. There are certain areas that we tend to do more business in. We have more experience in, but we are open to looking at property all over the country. So if you have questions about this, please feel free to reach out. And I'm not making fun of the guy who was reached out to us and seemed to be yelling across the email. Maybe he wasn't, maybe he was having a hard day. But I did think that was a very good question and something that I needed to address across this video. But again, we look forward to working with you. If you have questions, we're here. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We do look forward to working with you. Thanks again.